Hey, welcome. Today, we're diving into a process that's happening all the time, completely out of sight, but is absolutely essential for keeping our modern world powered up. It's called flooding, cleaning, and gauging, or FCG, and it's basically a crucial health check for the massive network of pipelines that deliver our energy.
Just think about it for a second. We have this incredible, sprawling network of pipelines crisscrossing countries and even running under oceans. So how on earth do we make sure they're safe, clean, and ready to go 24/7 without a hitch? Well, the answer lies in that meticulous three-step process, FCG.
Here's a great way to picture it. Think of these pipelines as the arteries of our global economy. Just like in our own bodies, they need to be totally clear of any blockages to deliver their vital cargo. Any clog, any damage in one of these arteries, and the whole system is suddenly at risk. All right, so what exactly is FCG? It stands for three very distinct but interconnected steps: flooding, cleaning, and gauging. Let's break down what each one actually does. First up, you've got flooding. Before you can do anything else, you have to get all the air out of the pipe. So engineers completely fill it with a treated fluid, which is usually water. This creates a stable, predictable environment inside. And it's not just about pushing air out. It also gets rid of corrosive oxygen and gets the pipeline perfectly prepped for what's coming next. Okay, next is cleaning, and this is where it gets really interesting. They use these highly specialized tools that are, believe it or not, called pigs. Nope, not the farm animal. These are powerful maintenance devices designed to travel right through the pipeline. Some are simple foam plugs that just wipe the walls clean, while others are complex machines with steel brushes and scraper blades. They scrub everything from leftover construction debris to gunk that builds up over time like sand or wax. These pigs are really the unsung heroes of pipeline maintenance. And finally, there's gauging. Once the pipe is squeaky clean, you have to verify its internal shape. Is it perfectly round? Are there any dents? To do that, they send in a special gauge pig. This one has a perfectly circular metal plate on the front, sized to the exact diameter of the pipe. If that pig comes out the other end with the plate looking perfect, you're good to go. But if it's bent or scraped, well, that tells you there's a problem that needs fixing. Okay, so that's the what. We know what FCG is. But the real question is, why is it so incredibly important? Let's get into the core benefits, because this is where you see why this whole process is a non-negotiable. The benefits are huge, and they really fall into four key areas. This isn't just about simple housekeeping. It's about ensuring the fundamental integrity of the pipeline itself. It's about making sure it can operate at peak efficiency, meeting incredibly strict safety standards, and, you guessed it, saving a ton of money by catching problems early. And in the real world, what does that actually look like? Well, getting rid of debris prevents corrosion, which can lead to dangerous leaks. A perfectly clean pipe means the energy flows smoothly and efficiently. The whole process massively reduces the risk of environmental spills, and it lets you find a tiny dent before it turns into a catastrophic failure down the road. It's all about being proactive instead of reactive. So how does an operation on this scale actually get done? You might be picturing something simple, but it's really a highly engineered 5-step workflow that requires incredible precision. It all kicks off with meticulous planning and engineering. We're talking computer models predicting exactly how these pigs are going to behave inside the pipe. Then comes the controlled flooding operation. Step 3 is the actual cleaning, and this often involves sending a series of pigs, starting with a gentle one and then getting more aggressive. Step 4 is that all-important gauging run to check the pipe's shape, and only after all that is the pipeline ready for final pressure tests and certification. But through this entire complex process, there is one single moment that stands out. It's the ultimate pass or fail test, and that's the moment the gauge pig comes out of the pipeline. Everything, and I mean everything, hinges on the condition of that little metal plate.
This right here is the moment of truth. If that plate comes out perfectly round, totally unscathed, success. The pipeline is clear, it's healthy, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. But if that plate is bent, dented, or even just scraped, all work stops. That's the signal that there's an obstruction somewhere in that line, and it has to be found and fixed before anything else can happen.
So when you put it all together, you can see that FCG is so much more than just a routine task. It's truly a comprehensive health check for some of the most critical infrastructure we have. This quote really nails it. FCG is the foundation that ensures the safety, the reliability, and the efficiency of our energy lifelines. Without this indispensable health check, our global energy system just couldn't operate the way it does. It's that simple. So I guess the big takeaway here is a new appreciation for this hidden world of engineering that keeps our lives running. The next time you flip a light switch or fill up your tank, just take a second to remember the teams, the tech, and yeah, the pigs, all working behind the scenes to make sure that energy gets to you safely and reliably.
And that really leaves us with one last thought. FCG is just one example of these incredible, invisible systems that make our modern world possible. So what other vital processes are humming along right now, just out of sight, keeping everything running smoothly? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.